Good morning, students. In the previous lessons of civics, we took information about the constitutions and its feature. Today, we are going to start a new lesson of civics. Lesson number 4, Fundamental Rights Part 1st. In this lesson, we are going to learn some information about the rights. Yes, which rights are given by the Constitution to the Indian citizens. How that rights are important for the people's development. Their information we will learn in this lesson. Let's start this lesson. See this picture carefully. What do you see in this picture? Are you seen like this protest anywhere? Okay, most of students saw like this protest. Where you seen? Exactly correct. You have seen some protest near the collector office. Sometimes that people stand near about collector office and they start the protest. People gathered there and demand for their rights. Sometimes demand for the educational rights, sometimes demand for the professional rights, sometimes for the women's rights. Hmm? Yes or no? When you went to the Monda, you seen that thing. Some people are sitting there, whatever their demands are there, they give that demands through their different things, whatever they want. They said these things to the collector. Okay. Now, then there is a question in your mind, what are the rights? Hmm? Which rights they demand? Why they ask for their rights? Hmm? Who violate that rights or who take out that rights from that people? Many questions are there in your mind. Now see this. According to the Mosley, there are some basic needs of human. See this picture. Some basic needs are shown to you, like food, air, water, shelter, clothing, sleep. All these are the basic needs of human. For the human, all these things are necessary to live. If all these needs are provided to the human, then all needs of human fulfilled. Can you guess? If the human got all these things, whatever said by the Mosley, these are the important basic needs of human, we provided them these things, then everyone is happy in their life? No, some another needs are there of human, certainly. Which are that needs? Human want a good atmosphere for his development. Everybody gets right at the birth. Society and the government both provides the good atmosphere for the well development of a baby. Here the question will be asked to you, the baby got the rights at birth, true or false? It is a true statement. At the birth, every baby got some rights. And who gave that rights to them? Society or government gave that rights to that baby. Okay. Now, what is mean by right? The condition that are necessary for the development of a individual are called as right. For example, education, job, living, shelter, all these are the rights of the human. Here all these things provided by the government or society to the people. Now you got what is mean by right. Now what is mean by fundamental rights? The name of our lesson is fundamental rights. Okay. The certain rights are known as a fundamental rights, as these rights are given by the constitution. The government cannot make any law that violates these rights. Means first thing clear in your mind that fundamental rights are given by the constitution. Who gave us that right? Constitution gave us that right. And second, government cannot cancel these rights. Okay, whatever the law government want to make, by that law they cannot take out these rights or cancel these rights. So these rights are permanent for the citizen. It is a security for the citizens that no one can take out these rights from them. So by birth till their death they get these rights. Okay, these rights are known as the fundamental rights that are given by the constitution, and the government cannot make any law to violate or cancel that rights. That rights are known as the fundamental rights. For example, rights of liberty, rights of speech, these are some examples of the rights. Okay, if government make any law that violate or cancel these rights, then you can appeal in a court. Then court will cancel that law. So these rights are very important for the development of citizen. Understood this? Let's take some information about all that rights. Which rights are given by the constitution to us? See this one. Some important rights are mentioned into the constitution that are given here. Some rights we will learn in this lesson, fundamental rights part 1, and the remaining one we will learn in a fifth lesson, fundamental rights part 2. Okay, in this lesson we are going to learn these three important rights. The first one, right to equality. Second one, right to liberty. And the third one is there, right against exploitation. Okay, got it? How many rights we are going to learn in this lesson? We are going to learn three important rights in this lesson. A right of equality, right to liberty, and right against the exploitation. Okay, let's learn one by one. The first one, right to equality. This is a most important right given by the constitution. According to this right of equality, everyone is equal in a society. No one is superior, no one is inferior, no one is high, no one is low. All are equal, men, women, all people in the society, like old and child, men and women, physically handicapped people and the common people, from the people from the different religion, all they are equal. Yes, due to the right of equality, all people who are living in a society, they are equal. Okay, the government cannot discriminate against any citizen on the ground of religion, as well as on the basis of the caste, sex, race, place of birth, or the residence. When the government is giving job to them, they have to give the equal chance to all. Understood? Think, if you become CM, what you will do? You will take all money. You will give jobs to your relatives, to your friend. Can you do like this? No, because some rights are given to the citizens. Here, we have to work with the law, as well as whatever the rights are there of that particular person, we have to give that rights to him. Okay, that's why we cannot do like this. Now the next one, here in the rights of equality, in the past some caste system was there and it was very strong. Many superstitions were followed by the society. In that, untouchability was there. Which one? Untouchability. Then what is mean by untouchability? Hmm? The people from the upper caste avoid to touch the lower caste people or Dalit people. It is known as untouchability. That people have to live outside to the villages. They are not able to take the water from the rivers and the wells. So that untouchability was very strong in a society. The constitution abolished this untouchability by the law of equality. Means abolish means he cancelled. What cancelled by the constitution? The system of untouchability was cancelled by the constitution. If anyone follow this system, then he should be punished by law. Understood? The constitution abolished or cancelled this untouchability system because of rights of equality. Due to this untouchability, there is a discrimination in a society, some upper caste and the lower caste, and due to the religion, that system was there. So they given the equal chance to the all to live in a society. That's why untouchability was cancelled or abolished by the government or constitution. One thing. Second thing, at the time of British rule, some titles were given to the people like Raja, Maharaja, Rao Bahadur. When the people got these types of the titles, certainly they got some status in a society. Yes, people gave extra things to them, as well as government gave money to that people who got the titles like this. So there was a discrimination in the society with these titles. That's why Constitution of India abolished or cancelled these titles. The question will be asked on this. Which titles was abolished by the Constitution? Raja, Maharaja, Rao Bahadur, like these titles abolished by the Constitution. Okay. With this untouchability and the titles, people in a society are discriminated. For the equality, it is very necessary to cancel these things. So, the constitution abolished these things. Understood this? Now, you said, sir, constitution cancelled these things, then how the government given some things to us? That government in a past, British government give the titles like Raja, Maharaja. Now, the Indian government also gave Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan. Then there is a, what is the difference in that titles? Now also we are getting the titles. No, it is exactly wrong. Apart from this, for the appreciate of the good work done by the people, government can give some awards. By the government like Bharat Ratna, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan and Padma Shri are given for the good work in a different field. Here these are not a titles. Okay, these are the appreciation of your work. If you did the good work, then the teacher said you good, you are very good, like this. If the person who are doing the good work in a society, that appreciation done by the government and they give some medal to them. There is a no discrimination in the society by this. Okay. Medals of honor like Paramveer Chakra, Ashok Chakra, Shaurya Chakra are awarded for remarkable service in the armed forces. Means these medals are given by the military forces. If you did any outstanding work into the military, if you sacrifice your life for the nation, then you got like this chakras. Okay, like this Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, Ashok Chakra. Okay. Such awards do not bestow any special rights upon those who receive them. It is only a recognition of your contribution. Here, no separate things or discrimination you got due to this one. You are a equal citizen. Who got the Bharat Ratna and who are the common citizens? They are the equal in front of the law. There is a no discrimination among the people due to this. Understood this? Now the second main type, right to liberty. See this T diagram carefully. It is a very important T diagram. Many times it will ask in an exam for 2 marks. You have to fill the gaps in that diagram. Okay. Freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of association, freedom of movement, freedom of residence, and the freedom of profession. These are some rights given in a liberty. Okay. So you have to know all these. This is a very important right given by the Constitution. It gives a guarantee of all freedoms necessary from the point of view of the individual. Let's learn one by one. Okay. The following rights are included into the rights of liberty. The first one, freedom of speech. You can express your views in front of the people. And one cannot stop you from the speaking. Okay, no one can stop you. Whatever your things are there, whatever your views are there, you can express that views in front of the people. It is a first right to you. Freedom of speech. Sir, then in a school, when the teacher was teaching that we can speak? No. Some institutions, some works, you have to follow that. But in a society, when if you want to express your thoughts, then no one can stop you. You can express your thoughts. Okay. The second one, freedom of assemble peacefully. Without disturbing the other, you can gather in a society. No one can stop you. Yes? Listen that line properly. Without disturbing to the others. You have right means without disturbing the other, you can gather and whatever your problems are there, you can discuss, you can speak, you can enjoy your things. Okay. So no one can stop you for gathering. Understood? The freedom of assemble. The third thing is there, freedom of associations or union. You can come together and make your union or you can make your association. For which things, whatever your problems are there, you can discuss that problem and you try to solve that problem with the help of associations. That's why Constitution given that rights to you, freedom to form a association or freedom to make the union or association. So you can come together and you can solve your problem. Okay. Now for example, teachers association, doctors association, students association means what they did, the same profession people come together, they make their union, association, group and they discuss on their problems and they try to solve their problems. Okay. Why it is possible? Because Constitution given that rights to them, freedom of association. Understood this? The next one, freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India. You can move anywhere in India. Okay. Due to this right, you can travel in India anywhere. There is a no restriction on you for your travel. Okay. Take one example. If the rights like this not given to you, then how you can go from one place to the another place? If you are living in Nanded in Maharashtra and you want to go at Delhi, then if you pass the Maharashtra border, then another state people will say to you, don't come in our state, you are Maharashtrian, you have to live here. Okay. To avoid these things, Constitution given these rights to the all citizens. You can travel in India anywhere. There is no restriction on you to travel from a one place to the another place. Okay, understood this? With this one, again one thing given, you can settle down in a city, in a village or any place of India. If you want to travel from one place to another, you can travel, one. And the second one, if you want to settle down, if you want to live in Kolkata, if you want to live in Delhi, if you want to live in Mumbai, Pune, then in any city you can live. Sir, that rights are given to us to settle down anywhere, then we can live in anyone's house. We can live anywhere? No. Means rights are given to you means if you have money, if you purchased house, then you can live in that place. Okay, lawfully if you are eligible for that, then you can live. Means no one can say to you that now you are from the Maharashtrian, don't take a plot or don't take a house in a Gujarat, don't take a house into the Madhya Pradesh, into the Rajasthan. Here if you have money, if you purchase any plot or house, then you can live in that place, because Constitution given that rights to us. You can settle down anywhere in India. Okay. Now the next one, freedom of profession. Sir, what is mean by profession? Profession means work. Doctors, teachers, lawyers, all these are the profession, bankers. Now, sir, what is their freedom in their profession? Now, I got 30% mark, I am fail in 7th standard, and sir, I want to become a doctor. Now make me a doctor. Sir, I have that rights. Now I learn in a constitution that here freedom of profession given to me. Now I want to become a doctor. Like this? No. Here it is a wrong thing. Here freedom of profession given to you means what they give. In a ancient India, there was a no freedom to the people to choose their job. Okay, the son of carpenter had to become the carpenter only, son of tailor have to become the tailor only, son of teacher have to become the teacher only. But the person, they have some qualities in a another profession, but they was restricted to do the job whatever come from their hereditary, whatever their father's job, they have to compulsory do that job. But today the freedom of profession given to you, you can decide your job. Okay, now constitution given this freedom to you. If you are eligible, if you pass that exam, if you have that quality for that particular business, for that particular job, then you can choose that job. It is not necessary that your father have to do the same profession. Whatever the profession of your parents, apart from that you can choose any job or the same one also. Means the jobs are given or the profession are given to you with your merits or with your ideas. Okay, here that things are given to you by the constitution. Freedom of profession, if you have quality you can choose any job. Okay, understood this one? Now come on the next one, third important right, the right against the exploitation. Who are the stronger, rich in the society, they exploit the poor one, illiterate, tribal, or the weak persons of a society. Okay, they took the disadvantages from these peoples. Who are the weaker ones? Who are the poor ones? They took the disadvantages. There are many types of exploitation in the society, like the child exploitation, women's exploitation, tribal exploitation, as well as slaves. We have to learn the types of exploitation as well as how we have to stop that exploitation. The first one, child exploitation. Many times people or society exploit the child. They took a work from them, gave the less salary and sent them into the dangerous places for the work. All these are stopped by the constitution, okay, that rights are given to the children. All the children between 6 to the 14 years of age are entitled to get the education. It is a fundamental right of them. Now no one can send you to work in a different places. If your age is there in between 6 to 14 years, you have to go in a school. It is a right of the child. The constitution given rights to the children against the exploitation. So government prohibited or strictly banned to employ or work below 14 years age in a dangerous places. Many times question will be asked on this: why government cancelled or banned or prohibited to employ or to work on a dangerous places? Why the government did this one? Because constitution given that rights to the child against the exploitation. Government have to follow the constitution, and the education of 6 to the 14 years child, it is a fundamental right of the child. That's why the government given or the prohibited or cancelled or banned to work in a dangerous places for the children. Okay. Many times, second one, women's exploitation. Many times women or girls also exploited by the society. So the constitution or government made some laws for the protection of the women. Which laws are made for the women? The domestic violence law as well as dowry act. These laws are made for the women for stop their exploitation. Okay. Do you know the slave? What is meant by slave? Okay. A person was doing a work forcefully without any salary is known as the slave. Okay. And that process is known as the slavery. Here the person have to do the work forcefully. If he want, then also, and if he do not want, then also he have to work there without salary. That word is very important. Without salary he have to work. If he not did the work, that the people beat to them, they punish to them. Okay, this system was known as the slavery. At the time of the British rule, the poor people or the farmers were made slave forcefully. See in this picture, black and white picture, how that people's forcefully doing the work, and whatever their head is there, they took the work from these people and gave little bit the food items to eat. Okay. This system also cancelled by the constitution by the rights, okay, to give the equal rights to them or to exploitation against right against the exploitation. That's why they stopped this system. Tribal people also exploited, mostly the people who are living in a jungles, in a forest. They are the illiterate one, poor one. So they are exploited by the rich one or the stronger ones. They took the disadvantages from them. They forcefully make them for the work, as well as they took the disadvantages from them. That's why some rights are given to the tribal people. Yes, and these are known as the rights against the exploitation. Tribal rights against the exploitation. Understood this one? Overall, for the development of each and every person of a India, these rights are given in the constitution. These rights are necessary for a development of a person. And if these rights are not given to the people, then they cannot live properly in India or in anywhere. Understood this? So that rights are very important. The remaining rights we will learn in a next lesson. Now write down the exercise given below of this video in a notebook and learn these questions. Okay. Best of luck for a exam.